Sylvia from Vintage Kitchen Vixen, where I share tips for simple living, creating memorable gatherings, and preparing wholesome and traditional meals with a vintage twist. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make a seared duck breast salad. So hit that thumbs up, drop a comment, and if you are new here and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you never miss an episode of the kitchen, because we're about to get into silent film mode. If it's not obvious, the duck breast is the most important part of today's video. Like a salad, I don't have to tell you how to make a salad. You just mix some greens and your favorite vegetables. I love cucumber, I love tomatoes, I love avocado, so I just included all of those together. And then I make a nice simple vinaigrette from scratch. I love making a classic French dressing, and I have a video all about making vinaigrettes from scratch that you can check out because it's so much healthier when you make your own. If you usually buy your salad dressings, do yourself a huge favor and look up some of those ingredients on the back of the label. Maybe you get really expensive organic salad dressing and it's fine. But the stuff that you get in the center aisles, just look into the ingredients and what else those ingredients are used in. It's really scary when you first start becoming aware of it and seeing that this stuff is in all of our food. Take 10 minutes, take an afternoon, and just start looking into it and learn how to make your own salad dressings, because it's so much healthier and it tastes better, at least after your taste buds get rid of the chemicals. So the salad part is easy. Just do whatever you want. You can use romaine lettuce, you can use spinach, you can use mash. Oh, I love mash, but it's so hard to find it. I love arugula because it's peppery and it goes really well with duck. Another thing you can do is like parm. I actually have this really excellent book. It's called The Flavor Bible, and I've talked about it in some of my previous videos, like my video on my 10 favorite kitchen reference books. This is one of the books that take top of the list because it is just so full of information, and if you are new to cooking or you're trying to get better, one of the most important parts of cooking and really learning how to play is knowing how your ingredients work together. So the Flavor Bible, basically you have all these different flavor profiles. So for example, chickpeas. You can look up chickpeas and you can see what flavors go great with chickpeas, or like what ingredients go really good with chickpeas. So for example, carrots, cayenne pepper, cilantro, cumin, garlic is in bold and capitalized, so you know it's especially good with chickpeas, olive oil, onions, kosher salt, spinach, vinegar. And then there's different flavor affinities, so different flavor pairings that you can play around with if you're new to it. So chickpeas plus cayenne plus garlic plus lemon juice plus olive oil plus salt plus tahini. Gee, that sounds like hummus. So really great book, and if you want to have fun building a salad with duck, like just look up duck and look up. I do that a lot actually. When I'm building recipes, or if I have an ingredient and I don't know what to do with it, I look at the Flavor Bible and I kind of start building on my recipe from there. I think every avid and burgeoning cook should have a copy of the Flavor Bible in their kitchen. But anyhow, salad, pretty easy. It's the duck breast that we are most concerned with here. So there are a few things that I am sure you noticed in the video. So number one, score your duck. So you don't want to do it super deep, you just want to cut the skin, and it's the skin that you want to cut. So by scoring, you can just do like a little hatch crisscross shape, like a little diamond pattern on the back of the duck. And what this does is that it opens up the skin so that the fat will render better. We'll talk more about that fat in just a few moments, I promise. Second thing that you want to do is salt and pepper that duck on both sides. The next thing that we did, we seared skin side down. I'd say the duck spends at least 90% of the time cooking on the skin side down. And normally when I cook with cast iron, normally I heat that baby up. Like my cast iron is piping hot by the time I put food down on it. I do have a video that's all about cooking with cast iron. If you're new to cast iron, you don't have to use cast iron, you can use a stainless steel pan. If you don't have stainless steel and you don't have cast iron, then you can use your nonstick pan. And then I also encourage you to check the cooking with cast iron video. Anyhow, you want your pan to start off cold, because once you put that duck on a hot pan, it's going to seal in all the fat and it's not going to have all the time to render out. You want that fat to render out, you want the skin to get nice and crispy, and you want to make sure it cooks on the inside as well. We are aiming for a duck that's pink on the inside because that's how a duck is best served. So yeah, cold pan, then you heat it up, and then as the pan heats up, the fat's going to start releasing. I would do it over medium to high heat. Just leave it alone, let the skin crisp up, and then flip it over onto the other side. It's not going to be down there for very long. You just want to get a nice little sear on it. You flip it back, and then you pop it into the oven for 6 to 8 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. When the timer goes off, you pull it out and you test it with your finger. It should be slightly squishy, and if it's slightly squishy, that means it's still pink in the center, and that's what you want. If it's too squishy for you, you can put it back in and just leave it in for another minute or two, but then take it out and let it rest. Let it rest for at least 5 minutes, just so the juices have time to lock in. You don't want all of that good duck juice to escape because you sliced it too early. So from there, after it has time to rest and cool, you slice it up on the diagonal. So you saw me do that. So you just slice it up, and then you serve it. You put it on top of your salad, and bon appetit. As for the fat that's in the pan, you don't throw that out. You keep that fat and you use it when you're making potatoes or if you're frying eggs. I know animal fat is demonized a lot and pro-vegetable fat, but you know what? We've seen a lot of heart disease in the last 50 years since the onslaught of vegetable oils. Something worth researching. Duck fat, super good, and it makes the best potatoes of life. So keep that fat and reserve it for something else. You'll thank me. That's all I have to say about duck breast and cooking it. If you like duck, I also have a barbecue pulled duck post that you might want to check out because it's a super delicious recipe and it's in a slow cooker. It's just a different way to prepare duck and it's awesome. But other than that, I don't really have much else to say today. So I'm going to sign off and say thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, drop a comment, and share this on social media. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram if you want to see what I'm up to throughout the week. Otherwise, I do put out 2 new videos a week, so I will be seeing you real soon. Bye! Oh, and by the way, all of the links that I have pointed at, those are all in the description below, so be sure to check that out if there's something that piqued your fancy. But that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for dropping by the kitchen. Bye!
Is it ready?
Oh! Yeah, it's ready. This avocado has seen better days, and I hope it's still good. Yeah, I'll try this again. Take 2. I hope this one is better. Trouble is, I buy avocado when it's on sale. I don't like buying avocados full price, so I'll keep a bunch of them in my fridge, but I've been storing them in my beer fridge downstairs. And so I don't see them, so out of sight, out of mind. This avocado also sucks. Does it taste okay? It doesn't look appetizing. Well, shoot. Well, folks, I'm not gonna have any avocado on my salad, so we'll just play pretend. Does that sound good? You should put avocado on your salad if you're following my recipes. I'm not super fancy when it comes to plating, so don't expect miracles from me. Okay? But more on that. Ooh. I'm making sauerkraut and my little airlock is letting gas out and I've never seen that before. It's just going whoosh. You hear that? It's bubbling. Look at all that gas. I'm really glad it's on a sheet pan. I think it might see some overflow.